should the Washington Redskins change the name of their football team to something that is less offensive to Native Americans? And is the name Redskins even offensive at all? What do you think?
Well, actually, from hearing other people's thoughts and chime-ins, actually, they said the word Redskin was a very derogatory term towards Native Americans. So, for us being conscious young men, and also,
Socially conscious
people,
yeah.
period, I think that changing the name would be a good idea, because you don't want to offend people, and just because you're used to the way something is doesn't make it right. So if this name has been around since we were 1932, and since we were kids, and even in our teenage years we've used the name, and and we just never had a thought about it. But now, since we're becoming conscious of it and the damage that it's doing to a certain group of people, I just think we should just change it.
Mm-hmm. So how much damage does it actually do to Native Americans, though? Because according to a poll that the Redskins owner actually cited in his letter in the Washington Post, he said that 90% of Native Americans polled by the Annenberg Public Policy Center actually didn't find the name offensive. 90% of them.
Well, that's overwhelming. That's a lot. And that's almost, let's see, probably, more than I don't know. This is almost everybody.
Yeah, and then when they polled the general public, including everyone, 79% said that it's not offensive and it shouldn't be changed, while only 11% said that it should be changed. So I mean, for some reason there's more people, there's more non-Native American people who are offended than actual Native American people. So that's something to consider, and that's something that Snyder brought up in his letter.
Well, as far as offensive, we can't really dictate on what offends people or not. And if the masses of the Native American people are offended, and if it's a racial slur, we should not use it.
Yeah. Do you consider it a racial slur?
I've never heard anybody use the term towards somebody with hatred and oomph.
Yeah, hey, there's that redskin over there.
yeah. So
frickin' redskins.
So since I haven't heard that, I can't really gauge whether or not it's a racial slur. But if they say it's a racial slur, then we shouldn't use it, because that's like saying the Mississippi Negroes or something like that. It may have been a politically correct name.
Or the Blackskins or something.
It may have been a politically correct name in the past, but now it's just like, come on, don't use the name and, just sell the merch. I don't know, just little small things like that. I don't know. If it offends the masses of the people, I don't think we should use it.
Okay, so
especially for the racial
I agree with you on that. I think that it would be the right thing to do to change the name. But is the owner of the team a bad person for not changing it?
No, he's not. I wouldn't say he's a bad person. It's just what he knows. That name's what he's grown up with. It's been there for 8 decades, and he's standing firm. Like, this name means more than what it is. And
he says in the letter,
it was a badge of honor.
He wants the people who are offended to respect what the name means to him and to the rest of the fans. I guess that is basically using the argument of tradition. They've used it for so long that it's just tradition. They don't want to change their ways. That's understandable. That's definitely understandable.
Yeah, it's teetering. And then also, I just think if the Native Americans sat down with them and they came up with a plan where everybody wins, I think that would be a great sign. And and a couple name changes. Hey, maybe we just call them the Washington Capitals. Since it's the capital of America. And, you have teams like the Jets, the Patriots. The capital.
Or the Washington Partisans. Let's take something out of Washington D.C. politics.
Or the monuments.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if anything, if it's truly a racial slur, and if they feel that way, even the small percentage, they count too. So if they really believe that it's a, not believe, if they feel that
it's not something they believe in. It truly is offensive to them. They aren't just like crying for the sake of publicity or something. I mean, maybe some of them are, but I know some of them probably are actually offended.
Yeah.
I mean, I can honestly see how it would be offensive to someone like that. Like, if I were in their situation and like there's a team that's called the Texas Whiteskins, like, I don't know if I would actually be offended, but I would be like, man, that is a stupid name. Like, why? Why is your name that?
Or the Texas Whiteys or something.
Like, stupid. But, okay, it's not going to be there forever. They're going to change it eventually.
I think so.
What is something reasonable that they could change it to?
I was being serious with the Washington Capitals. And then and I don't know, I don't know too much about the Kansas City Chiefs and the Braves, and since those names were socially acceptable, maybe you said before we actually started airing, the Washington Natives.
Yeah, the Washington Natives. That would be a cool name. I would support that. I think that's a pretty cool name.
That'd be tight.
And that would still reference the Native American community, and it would still be a Native American related team. It just wouldn't be such a stupid name that combines a color with their skin.
Yeah, and the thing I realized, also when the Washington teams, when they would endure losing seasons, they were referenced to as the Deadskins.
The Deadskins, yeah.
And that was like, okay, that's a little too far. Yeah, so maybe that could be that could be a big reason too. And if we did change it, maybe the Washington Hunters. Washington, or
the Washington hunter-gatherers. There's a whole host of possibilities.
The Washington Shamans. I don't know.
That would be sick. Yeah. Oh, man.
That'd be pretty cool. Because all those are just titles. Not actually people. And a lot of cultures use shamans.
They're actual titles and roles, which is like most of the teams in the NFL, they're either the names of animals or they're like roles in society at a certain point in time.
Like the Buccaneers, the Raiders, Cowboys, Patriots. Am I missing anybody?
The 49ers. Those were an actual. That was like their profession.
Yeah.
In 1849, they went to the gold rush.
Yeah.
And, their name isn't based on the color of their skin.
Yeah, so, maybe they just look into that and be like the Washington Natives. I don't know. I really like that one. Or the Capitals.
Yeah.
Or the Monuments. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a whole host of possibilities. So, we're going to turn this discussion over to our viewers. You guys should comment on the video, give us a like, and tell us what you think. Do you think that, number one, is the name offensive or not? And number two, if you do think it's offensive and that it should be changed, what do you think that the name should be changed to?
Yeah.